Hello and welcome to the 30-second session of Physics 9. And this actually serves as the last session as well for book number 21. I am Sir CJ, and in this session, we are going to cover the following parts. The first part is an activity number 71 under Associate, and it is titled Diet Track. Ayan. And the second part naman is a concept mapping activity under Communicate. It is going to be about energy and how we understand it so far based on the lessons, on the concepts that we taught here, and the problems that we solved in this book so far. And then the last part is going to be a summative assessment under Communicate, and it's going to be comprised of multiple choice items, which I hope that you're going to perfect because I am really rooting for you, okay, since day one. Now remember that in this session, we are, kumbaga in this book, we are actually covering different topics in the name of making sure that by the end of this book, you're capable of explaining energy transformation in various activities and events, such as in waterfalls, in archery, as well as in amusement rides. Remember that this session is based on the 7E-based self-learning module in Science 9, which I wrote for my master's degree. Particularly, the parts of this session are found in Unit 4, book number 21, pages number 25 to 29. Ayan. So let's jump in. So for this activity, you're gonna be targeting the following. So the first and the only objective that you have is for you to be capable of valuing proper nutrition for a better lifestyle. What you need for this activity is a piece of paper, preferably something that's big enough to where you can write your essay type answers. Maybe a 1/2 crosswise sheet of paper will do, and then a pen or a pencil, and then a calculator because you're going to be solving for something by the parang last parts of this activity. Okay, I hope that you're ready for that. All right. Now, step number one is kumbaga, some kind of realization that our main source of energy is food. A very few portion of the energy we get from food is used for work. Most of the energy na nakukuha natin by from eating, is actually used by our body for things like breathing, for our the maintenance of our heartbeat, and other automatic activities, such as the contraction of our blood vessels and other things. Now, most of it too is also converted to heat, and the rest is stored as fat in our cells. To help us track our energy consumption, there are professionals called dietitians who use the word calorie with an uppercase C to refer to the energy content of the food that we eat. For instance, a piece of blueberry jelly cookie has 160 calories. This information is indicated in the nutrition facts list of the food item. It actually pays that we always check the nutrition facts as well as the ingredients, of course, of the food items that we use, especially if they are processed. Now, some food items such as fresh meat and fish, vegetables, and fruits do not indicate the nutrition information in them because they do not have some kind of a packaging. They are also not manufactured but are planted or raised then harvested for the consumption of the masses. So may mga food na ganon, wala talaga silang mga labels. But still, science was capable of tracking down how much calories or kilojoules they actually have. So analyze the following table and look at the following. So as you can see here, leafy vegetables, cruciferous vegetables, and non-starchy vegetables, they have 55 to around 180 kilojoules or 13 to 43 kilocalories. Mga fruits naman, they have 129 to 387 kilojoules or 31 to 93 kilocalories. Starchy vegetables naman, whole grains as well as legumes over here, not including the milk over there. Okay, they have 295 to 719 kilojoules, and they are around 71 to 172 kilocalories. So all of these are actually based on 100 grams of them, or around 3.5 ounces. Okay. Now, the next part, the second and the last part of this table is as follows. Ang mga dairy and meat substitutes, they have around 448 to 1,674 kilojoules or 107 to 400 kilocalories. And then yung mga grain-based foods naman, they have around 849 to 1,623 kilojoules or 203 to 388 kilocalories. Sugars such as these over here, they have around 1,107 to 1,600 kilojoules or 265 to 397 kilocalories. Mga grain-based foods with added SOS naman, they are around 1,974 to 2,243 kilojoules or 472 to 536 kilocalories. Next naman, and I bet that we all love these, mga nuts and seed foods, yung mga yan. They have around 2,214 to 2,952 kilojoules, or that is around 529 to 705 kilocalories. Mga oil-based spreads like the butter over here, they have around 2,690 to 2,987 kilojoules, or 643 to 714 kilocalories. And lastly, mga oils such as this one, olive oil, it has around 3,690 kilojoules or 882 kilocalories. This is based on the regions of the University of California, Davis campus. Ayan. So you analyze this table and then answer the following guide questions. So what kind of food items have the greatest number or amount of calories? Take your time. You may pause this video if you need to. The next question, I think this is also the second and the last question. For snacks, which is healthier to eat? A piece of cookie or an orange? Explain why. You may pause this video if you need more time. Now, if you're through, let us check your work. For question number 1, the correct answer is oils and oil-based spreads. Itong dalawang to, they have the greatest number of calories, the greatest amount of calories. And then for the second question, the correct answer is a piece of orange. Snacking is usually done in between meals to keep the body going, so it doesn't have to be heavy. Okay, it just have to be of the right, heaviness. Yeah. Alright, so this activity is going to continue with step number 2, where you are going to be solving for some sample problems. Okay, so for the first of these two problems, suppose that you have consumed around 100 grams of nuts. Then, in one of the activities in the day, you pulled the box by exerting 70 newtons worth of force to cover 5 meters. What is the percentage of the energy you acquired by eating the nuts that you consume? Alright, now you have to make sure that you identify your givens, you label them properly, you write the units as well as the unknown factor, okay? And then for the solution, make sure that you begin with the base form of the formula, and then you end up boxing your final answer as an equation, as well as the units must be cancelled if there is a need for cancellation. Now you may pause this video if you need more time. If you are through, the answer should be you consumed around only 0.01% of the energy acquired from eating the nuts. Did you get this correctly? Alright, let us now proceed with the next problem in this activity. Milagros consumed 100 grams of strawberries. She loves strawberries so much. In one of her activities in the day, she pushed a cart full of laundry to the laundromat with a force of 55 newtons parallel to the horizontal. She pushed the cart to cover a distance of 15 meters. How much of the energy she acquired by eating the strawberries did she consume? Now, I hope that even with the first problem, you used the table kanina, no? Because if not, this is now my way of helping you out. Baka hindi mo nakuha yung correct answer kanina dahil hindi mo ginamit yung table na binigay ko. Okay, so make sure that by now, you go back to the table and see for yourself kung ano yung mga information pa na kailangan mo. And then, of course, take note of all of the other instructions that I told you in the previous problem. Now, you may pause this video to, solve for the problem. Are you done? Let us now proceed. Okay, the correct answer is Milagros only consumed around 0.21% of the energy she acquired from eating the strawberries. Alright, that ends this part of the session, Associate Activity 71, Diet Track. Let us now proceed with the following concept mapping. For you to do this, I think you're gonna need a whole sheet of paper or a 1/2 crosswise. Complete the following table with the missing words or group of words. So energy cannot be destroyed, but it can be, or either, due to motion and due to, okay, so and ito naman, energy is the ability to do and then expressed in the following units. Okay, take your time now, pause this video to finish this concept map. Are you through? Okay, let's now check your work. The correct answers to the concept map, or the the words or group of words that will make the thought of the concept map whole, are as follows. So energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but it can be classified into chemical, electrical, nuclear, sound, light, radiant, and maybe other forms of energy as well. And it can also be mechanical, that can either be kinetic or potential. It could be kinetic due to motion, it could be potential due to its position or configuration. So by position, we mean gravitational potential energy, and by configuration naman, we mean elastic potential energy. Now, energy is also the ability to do work, and it could be expressed in joules or even in ergs. Did you get these correctly? Alright, let us now move forward. In this summative assessment, you might need a 1/4 sheet of paper, and number it 1 to 5. The first item: Michael has a cat named Mickey. Mickey loves spending time hanging around on the house rooftop. While Mickey is sitting on the rooftop, which among the following is true? A. Mickey's kinetic energy is equal to 0. Or is it B? Mickey's potential energy is equal to 0. Is it C? Mickey's potential energy is not equal its kinetic energy. Or is it D? Mickey's kinetic energy is greater than its potential energy. Pause this video if you need more time. If you're through, let us now proceed with question number 2. Based on the formula for kinetic energy is equal to which of the following factors? A. Twice the body's mass. B. Half the body's velocity. C. The square of the value of its mass. D. The square of the value of its velocity. Pause this video if you need more time. Are you through? Let us now proceed with question number 3. How much kinetic energy does a 120 kilogram roller coaster ride has when it is on top of a curve right before it falls if it is 100 meters above the ground? A. 0 Newton meter. B. 1.2 Newton meter. C. 12,000 Newton meters. Or is it D. 120,000 Newton over meter? You may pause this video if you need more time. Well, if you're through, let us now proceed with question number 4. Which among the following forms of energy is present in a body that can be stretched, compressed, or bent? A. Kinetic energy. B. Elastic potential energy. C. Gravitational kinetic energy. Or is it D. Gravitational potential energy? Pause this video if you need more time. If you are through, let us now proceed with question number 5, the last question for this summative assessment. Kinetic energy is distinct from potential energy in many ways. Which among the following situations show an increase in a body's kinetic energy? I think we'll go with the grammar of this question. Which among the following situations will show, actually, tama na may grammar natin. Okay, so actually, I think that you have noticed that we are quite particular with that, right? Okay. Now, is it A, a sports car that is parked in a lot? Or is it B, a spring that is being compressed? Is it C, an apple falling down from an apple tree? Or is it D, a piece of wood that is being moved up a plane? Are you through? Let us now check your work. Alright, for question number 1, the answer is letter C. For question number 2, the answer is letter D, the square of the value of its velocity, and you can see this in the formula itself. For number 3, the correct answer is letter A, it's 0 Newton meter. For number 4, the correct answer is B. Remember that elastic potential energy is present in bodies that could be stretched, compressed, or bent. And number 5, the correct answer is letter C, an apple falling down from an apple tree. That sums up this session. This also sums up book number 21. I hope that as evidenced by your score in the summative assessment, you know now how much you understand about the topic. Okay, so remember that in this series of Physics 9, the many activities and the many pre-assessments, recaps, and summative assessments we do are all being done in the name of helping you out in managing your own learning. Okay, so in this session, what we were capable of finishing was an activity number 71 on diet track under associate, and then you did a concept map under communicate related to energy. And then the last thing that you did was a summative assessment with multiple choices under communicate. I hope that at this point you have already mastered explaining energy transformation in various activities or events, such as in waterfalls, in archery, and amusement rides. This entire session and this series in Physics 9 is actually based on the 7E based self-learning module in Science 9 which I wrote for my master's degree. Particularly, these parts of the session they're actually found on Unit 4, book number 21, pages 25 to 29. I am Sir CJ and I hope that I will see you in the next book and the next series of video lessons related to that book. Have a great day.